We live. We are live. You know what's funny? You gotta smash that bell button so you get your notifications, actually. You know what I'm saying? And my elixir. Got the incense. Waiting on the 2-minute marker. 2-minute warning for the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? It's raining, it's pouring, rain. As you can expect it, as I told you, as projected. Don't never neglect it. You should have just accepted it. Now anything that I projected, I can manipulate it, rewind it, so you can receive it, because you had bad reception. Should we do a recollection? Recollect that which was part of the subjection, objection, and discretion. But you know me, through my perception, I understand that which comes into being where your ass looking for perfection. I'm just freestyling. Go ahead and spit these libations. Let me spit these libations, which is actually going to be pretty funny because when you think about it, it's raining like a mug. It's like, why would you go spit that in the rain? 'Cause, nigga. Had to do that quick. Now it's borderline oxymoronic, but it's okay. It's okay. Guess I will do the intro real fast. While I'm bringing this energy at the same time. Let's go. Hold on. Nahi. Neferharu. إنك نشر كبروجيسر كنسو ككو عايمة سكيم عايمة تكو عايمة كو ما يكرو إيش يكرو. Let's see. That's good enough. I already called out the other entities' names. Let's puff this blunt. Respectfully, I'm gonna bring the incense with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna stink up the whole goddamn garage if I don't. You know what though? Make sure when you come in, hit the like, the subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm going live. Share it on your Facebook and all your other social medias. And hit the chat so I know you up in this bit. Blunt time. So I've decided. I decided to start paying more attention to detail. So I came in here. It's funny. When I came in, I thought this was a fucking coffin. This ain't no coffin. This ain't no motherfucking coffin. That's what I thought, though. So what I mean by that is this. It's hard paying attention to detail. I'll do a class today and talk about it. But pay attention to the rain, right? The intensity of it. Now watch when I do certain things, like this. So, I be trying to explain to people, especially in class. That's one thing I'm gonna break down. For sure in class, don't stop. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep stopping. Of course. What's up, brother? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I know. I heard it. Yeah. I got you, bro. You know it, man. Yeah, man. He's working. Oh, yeah. You know it, brother. Thank you, man. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Hey, give me 1 second. My phone about to die and I'm on the phone. I'm going to catch you soon, though. All right, brother. All right. Hey, hold on, y'all. My bad. I didn't know my phone was at 1%. And of course, as you should expect, my phone died. So y'all caught the distraction, right on time. Because see how I was about to tap in, and then my phone died, and all I was really doing was going to pour the libation. Are you communicating? That's the reason why every time I would bring something up, niggas get quiet. Or they don't want to talk no more. Because a while back, someone said to me, she said, I got a friend that made a fake account and tried to test their boyfriend while they were on a break. And I said, that's stupid. I would just troll you. I would literally just give the same response. I copy and paste responses to people. You know how they got the save quick reply? That's my joint. So literally, I will talk to a spam account, a bot, all types of stuff. On purpose. For a reason. Because you shouldn't have been getting wandering around and taking rides from random people. Your ass can walk. The hell? They targeted you. Literally. You were targeted. They knew about your credit. They knew everything you was doing. Specifically because that was the reason, you know. So that's why I thought the shit was hilarious. And that's why we be like, 21? No, I ain't not. And what's 9 plus 10? You can call me crooked face, you can call me everything. The only thing crooked is your goddamn mind. And your integrity. And your fortitude. Your aspirations and your ascension, which you must descend through. So I keep adding on to the list. Because that's the key. Only thing you guys are doing is making me calm. Voracious, actually. Voracious. I like that. Voracious. You may wonder, what the hell is voracious? Who are you talking? Oh, you just not getting that? Okay. Sorry. You probably wondering, what the hell is voracious? See, right on time. Go along, get along, gang. You will be getting along to go along. Because here's the key. When I made the hole in the wall, when I was performing and hit the wall, I paid them $100 to pay that dude to fix the fucking wall. Guess who did it? This guy. That's why there's a problem. A little mad. So we go ahead and pour this out. You hear libations for the ancestors. Because now it's my turn to go ahead and heal, and then just to take all you nigga shit. How about that? Natalie! In the black van. See how she stopped? Right on time. Erda Quebechin, natural Caprojoseph, Kinsukeku, Joratayu, Reka Kimariba, Joramayu, Ebe, Reka Kimariba, Joramayu, Reka Kimariba, Awefeku Sepefe. So whoever's making the fake accounts or the fake lies, I'm gonna tie your tongue to my shoestrings. I don't have any. So I'll just be using your... Never mind. It's not a threat. It's a bet. It's not a threat. It's a bet. And you bitches is in debt. How's it going? I will take your head from your neck and put it back to where it was with my respect. Check. The difference between me and them is, like I said, shadow versus the light. When you move at the speed of the shadow, all this light shit is easy peasy. Don't believe me? Watch this. See how I literally just... And that was 7 minutes and 17 seconds in. That's Angelina's birthday. So if I was lying, explain. Especially this part. Grounding. Oh shit, I might get pneumonia. Yeah. Of course I love the rain. Here comes the rain. Good. Good. Really? Say what? Some told somebody. I don't know. Goddamn. Hold on. I don't even know if I got goddamn recording on. I don't know what's going on because the phone got wet because of the rain. So technically, let me see. So it may not be even fucking going. Yerp. Derp, and this should be dirt. Oh, it is running. Okay, cool. Still running. I'm just trying to make sure. I'm like, hold on. Whatever. So anyway. As we were speaking about moments ago. Bitch. Hold on. Now they trying to fuck with my shit. Hold on. Yeah, it was fucking with my shit. I was muted too. See? See what I'm saying? They was messing with me. They had me on mute and all types of shit. Bump it. We rocking. We don't care. We don't care. We in the air with the square. I have no idea what the fuck that meant. All right. So, fun fact. I can change things when I choose. Another fun fact. This is my song Nearly Aetep, aka Chaos Crawls, from the Idol God Project, and it's time to go. Let's go.
I got it. Yeah. The wicked's been lit in my business and gripping on sensual, clipping and smoking. Hypnosis. Mine is slow motion. High voltage. Enlightened explosive. Pure gnosis. The bliss of the mist of the twilight approaches. I sip on the licks. My spirits are mixed. Alchemical mixtures of potions. Bay focus. Come on now. F it, I'm rolling. Then hold it. Now let me close it. You choking. Yeah. You smoking that potent it. There's nothing left to fear out here but myself. My mother loving self. Mama. There's nothing left to fear here but myself. head, huh? I'm all in your head. I'm all in your head. Try walking in order, but chaos was crawling instead. Seven still broken, separate head from the head. Head from the head. Master the mind, soul, and body, and God from within. Then fall into sin. Now this is it. I am Malcolm X. Since I howl from the pit like I'm groaning. Psychosis. Sip wine from the ocean. I'm floating. I got it. Yeah. The wicked's been lit in my business and gripping on sensual, clipping and smoking. Hypnosis. Mine in slow motion. High voltage. Enlightened explosive. Pure gnosis. The bliss of the mist of the twilight approaches. I sip on the licks. My spirits are mixed. Alchemical mixtures of potions. Oh yeah. Stay focused. Come on now. F it, I'm rolling. Then hold it.
Phone died. It's funny. So the phone hit 1%, right? And this is what I mean by how energy works. Make sure y'all hit the chat. Let me know who up in here. Make sure y'all hit that notification. Visit the website callmekek.com. Join the mailing list. But this is what I mean by divine energy. Phone died, right? It was dying. It's at 1%. I stopped it. Because I knew if I stop it, I can come right back. I come back, put my phone on the charge, and it already was at 17%. And there was already 2 of y'all in here waiting. Message. It's Tuesday, right? Tier's Day. Tiwas Day. That's what I was waiting on. Because it's not. It's Monday. I am yesterday. I know tomorrow. Which means that I'm the sun. You get it? Because if you understand the pathways, that's the form of a trinity. Mars, sun, the sun, and the moon. It's a weird right angle triangle, but it works. It works. You can do it. All right. Lamed or Lafkersiax. Saxaxilim or Samek. You see? So we got to go back and grab the moon water real quick before we tap in, because there's a reason for the treason. It's a reason for the treason. That's my new word. I like that. It's a reason for the sleaze in treason. The sleaze in treason. Because I saw the sneeze you had up your sleeve. The sneeze you had up your sleeve? Okay, that was stupid. That one was dumb. I will hold that one. That one was stupid. The sleazing up the tree. That was stupid. But the other one was cool, right? There are certain keys you have to hit on the keyboard. Why? Because these are the cheese on the board. Man, I saw some cheese on the board. And I saw that cheese. I said, man, that's hella good. I got to get me some of that, right? So I started nibbling on the cheese. Next thing I know, smack it at. Rat trap. Moral of the story. Moral of the story. Watch yourselves. These start twerking for in them little tight shorts and them booty, well, in them tight pants and them booty jeans. Next thing you know, they pregnant, asking you for money. Man, these was cheese, on the board. What about this cheese? This ain't a trapeze. Man, well, no. Nigga Turtles moment. For those that know, it's real 85. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Ha. So I need somebody to tell me how to pronounce this. Let me look it up. Is it asafoetida or asafoetida? ASOFE. Let me look it up. I've always wondered about that. Hold on. I think it's asafoetida, right? ASOFETEDA. Oh, asafoetida. ASAFETIDA. Okay, I just want to make sure. Because I'm like, am I saying the right thing here? You know? And of course I was. Of course. So what we want to do is a backflip. Make sure y'all hit the chat. It's about to get interesting. Because I'm about to break everything down to a T. Respectfully. So, this is where it gets interesting. This part, right here. Wait, hold on. Gotta make sure I got my keys. Because, so, make sure I take the lapis lazuli with me. This is very important for what I'm doing. Like, what are you doing? Why kill the puppet but leave your petal alive? Why not wait to catch them all together? That's why you dig one big hole one time. See? I'm too fast for them. Every time they do anything, I'm already right there. So, same on who? Who that? She got them too. Never mind. My phone going tripping out again. There we go. That's a thick one. She wanted what? Hold on. We got some fuck shit on the way. Yeah, she did it on purpose. You got something good. I don't even know if we got fucking sound, what we got. But anyway. See that bullshit down there? And all the bullshit transpiring? Keep this in mind. Who is these niggas riding around? Nigga, you don't stay over here. I ain't never seen your car, my nigga. What's going on, playboy? Keep fucking with your boy. Thank you. Explosion. Kaboom! Kaplaus! Bird on time, right on time. Hold on, y'all. Almost dropped this damn shit on my foot. Trying to not spill this, not let it fall out my hand, and then also at the same time, not let anything else always right. Because we gonna be alright. We gonna be alright. Like Kendrick, you know? It's 11:44. We got some shall we? Momentarily. You see that nonsense? I be like kind of, it may sound messed up or arrogant, but sometimes I be like, okay, I know I'm not, I teach, I'm not a teacher. So that's why I be like, are you guys students in somebody else's class? Or what are you, who taught you that crap? I mean, not like it's crap, but I'm just like, really? Play it on my end. Let me see what we got. Yo, yo. Check, check. 1 2 1 2. Check, check. Yeah, we got sound. We back. It has a delay, so I had to make sure. But yeah, make sure y'all hit the share, the notification bell, and all that good stuff. Because this is an important talk right now. Sometimes when you know, there's a difference between pencils and pens, right? So when you add pens, you gotta stay in your lane when you bowling, right? Or you might get caught down the alley and end up in the gutter trying to get a strike. Or a spare. But I'm not going to spare you. I let it all go down just to make sure it was going down. Yep. 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 Now watch this one. With your camera. I was out in that rain, boy. I was in the rain. Work, 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 work. Party till I die. That's like y'all anthem. I'm about to play that just cause. This is y'all. But if this is my mood. I feel like what's homegirl named Amy Baby? Chin up high. She's funny. Because Slurpity Derpity and BGN will be just gray noise instead of background noise. Let's go.
Nothing keeps California chill like an ice-cold Coors Light. So grab a limited edition 24-ounce can and other select packages.
Now to make the core light.
With my chin up high, fuck 'em all, fuck 'em back. You think I'm ugly, I don't care. You think I'm dumb, I don't care. You think I'm scum, I don't care. Bitch, I make my money. Party till I die. With my chin up high, fuck 'em all, fuck 'em back. Twerk like it's my last day on this earth.
She's gonna twerk. She's gonna
With my chin up high, fuck 'em all, fuck 'em back. You think I'm ugly, I don't care. You think I'm dumb, I don't care. You think I'm scum, I don't care. Bitch, I make my money. Party till I die. With my chin up high, fuck 'em all, fuck 'em back. Twerk like it's my last day on this earth. Let the dollar make her work. People always hating, but the more they hate, the more I work. Everybody say they're lit, but all they do is showing shit. In my street, like the slaves, bitches always kiss my feet. Stay out of my way, you bitch. I can deal with your fake ass meat. They thought that I had stopped. It was over, I had dropped. Bitch, I had my plans out here. I'm only just at my start. You will have to kill me to make me fucking stop. I was already dead again. You can't hurt me, only God.
That's the illest line of all time. She said, I was already dead. Again, you can't hurt me.
Party till I die. With my chin up high. Fuck 'em all, fuck 'em back. Twerk like it's my last day on this earth. Let that dollar make her work. Party till I die. With my chin up high. Fuck 'em all, fuck 'em back. Twerk like it's my last day on this earth. Let that dollar make her work. I ain't scared of death, but I fear damn as dead as breath. All the drugs in your veins, I am blessed with the smartest brain. I remember your laugh when I was at my worst. Let me tell you, piece of scum, I'm supported from above. Your man in my DMs while you're talking shit behind my back. All the shit you said made you look like a little bitch flathead. Your opinion, bitch, fuck that. What do I think of you? How I love in your face, bitch. If you only knew. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
She pooped on that. She took that to the next level. She said, I was telling my homie Chaos, I don't know if he in here right now. I was telling him, I bet you she actually was like trying to just do that for an example to the to the engineer. She's like, you know, like how Nicki Minaj and them, they start their verses and they be like stutters and fades in. I want to do that. All right, give me an example. What you mean? And she recorded it like that. He forgot to mix it. She's like, I gotta do the video treatment. Gotta get a shot today. And you got me sound like... He's like, that's hot. And guess what? That's what blew her up. That's the whole point. We live she has 541,000 views in a month, and she's literally from the Netherlands. She's a Dutch female rapper that used to be a stripper, probably an escort as well. So here's the key on this. Like I said yesterday, it's backwards. We live in something called the cancel culture, right? So people are quick to cancel you. Somebody brought something up to me one time. We were talking, and they was like, I hate the cancel culture. They was like, because everybody that we try to cancel is people that actually matter, and what you should be doing is counseling. She said, it should be a counsel culture, not canceling. I said, ain't that a beat? I said, that's genius. Because that's the whole point. The only people, the reason why it's called a cancel culture is because the only people that can do it is people who can't do what you do. That's why they'll cancel you. Who am I to have an opinion on something I'm not involved in? If it's not affecting me. Like everybody would be like, cancel R. Kelly, cancel R. Kelly. I'm like, you know how long R. Kelly did that? How long ago that was? I don't watch TV. I don't watch Surviving R. Kelly. So I literally didn't even know he was going to trial until I saw he was in jail. I'm like, oh shoot. And there's also multiple sides to the story. You know? There's multiple sides to a story. Every time I've been in any type of confinement through legal authorities or some type of policing, it's been on stuff that technically don't make any sense. If you were to like look at it from a common sense standpoint, it'd be retarded. You know, and now I will say that the machete thing was my fault. That was retarded. But the other stuff is like, wait, that don't make sense. It's like I'm gonna come to your crib. Not saying this is the scenario. I'm just giving you a random scenario that would be common sense. That's the same type of foundation. I'm gonna come to your house, kick you dead in the stomach, and call the police as I'm knocking on the door. So no matter what happens, I call them. So literally, I could beat you down and you still going to jail because I called them. The only way it wouldn't be that is if you called them and I called them at the same time. Because in California, it's called mutual combat. That's why when I left when I had my spot before I came back over here, and me and my landlord got into it after somebody stole half of pretty much my roommate rent money, and I tried to cover from him, but I lost my job at the same time, trying to do FMLA for my nose. He came in drunk one day and we got into it, and that's when I learned about mutual combat. I didn't even know that was a thing out here. I'm like, he started pushing me, tried to choke me, so I punched him in the face 4 times and put him in a chokehold after I saw him flip his bottle like he was about to hit me. The reason is mutual combat. You know, and then you know, that's just, trust me, ain't nothing worse than being in jail with a headache or a face ache. But here's the difference though. In that scenario, the first scenario, here's the problem. If I called the police but like I said, and I kick you in the stomach and beat you down, here's the issue. When you get out of jail, you got a court date. And you have to say, are you guilty, not guilty, or no contest in being in the assault that I kicked you in the stomach in, right? Here's the problem. If I hit you and you go to the hospital and have medical records before going to jail, and I have nothing, then who's the one going to jail? I mean, you still went to jail, but who's going to lose the court case? Me. By default. Because technically I kicked you, right? And there's no proof of you hitting me. So even though you may have went to jail for assault, you will be acquitted, and then I'm either going to get, either you can sue me, I'll have to pay fees, or I might end up going to jail for filing a false police report. And all three can happen. And here's the worst part. Here's the key on this. Mike Epps said it a long time. He said, whoever get the phone first, the other one's going to jail. Here's the worst part. If I'm getting beat up, I can't call nobody. I ain't beat down and say, let me grab a cell phone. like remember when Bosco got That's like 6ix9ine when 6ix9ine ran up on Meek Mill with the cell phone. And he run up on Meek Mill with his cell phone, and he's screaming at Meek Mill that he's a coward. He's like, he's like, first off, you're surrounded by police. Secondly, you're recording me, sir. So if I punch you, I'm going to jail. Even though you ran up on me. So that's why it's like sometimes you have to understand there's differences between what's lawful and what's legal. Legalities is the system that was created. Lawful is the 7 Hermetic principles. And how you tap in. So like right now, I'm talking to y'all on YouTube, right? On my phone. I'm literally on my laptop listening from YouTube, but I'm reading a book. You may not believe me. I'll show you. Where's my... let me see. Okay, I got enough to pull it off the charger because I'm only at 4%. So, because that app was my phone. So see, page 7 of Liber Azrate, and also magic of the name, Necronomicon, Clipothic Meditations, Quantum Sorcery, and the Necronomicon workbook, as well as Necronomicon Gnosis, and other things. And that's just one thing. If we close this one and then go up here, we still have these other books. Fred Allen Wolf's The Yoga of Time Travel, Thomas Carlson, and Opening of the Way. So this is what I mean by troll stroll. So literally you can be looking and monitoring my phone, thinking I'm doing something completely different, and I'm up here doing something totally different. The law of observation. So that's why you gotta watch out. I'm telling y'all. Go along, get along gang is strong. I ain't gonna say they're strong. They are they're numerous. But I call them, my new name for it is get along to go along gang. But that's not talking about them. Because remember yesterday I talked about the IMP. Because the IMP was an acronym I made called I'm Making Progress, right? So I was like, nope, because if I say it's something positive or give it some type of polarity, it can be switched. So I was like, I'm going to keep it something neutral, right? So it was idiots making plans. Okay? Now, here's the reason why I said get along to go along gang. Because the go along, get along gang is those who go along with anything to get along with everybody. Us in the Iona, the intelligentsia of Occult Niggas Anonymous, are part of the get along to go along gang. What that mean? We get along. We only get along because we go along with whatever they do, and then we just use their momentum against them. Because, I mean, let's just be real here. And I don't want to be disrespectful, but I'm just being honest. Most of the people involved, especially on a personal level, I could take all your brains and put them in one, and it'd be a fraction of my IQ. Literally. Literally. We're dealing with people who can't spell, read. So how you gonna cast a spell and you can't spell? Like this has all type of grammatical errors here. And I'm only saying it because the irritants behind it and disrespect behind it is so, how can I say it? Unforgiving, that it's at this point, it's like, well, okay. Are you retarded or are you just like hopeless? And I'm only saying that because here's the key. If you're paying attention to me and I ain't paying attention to you, which, and then through your observation of me made me pay attention to you, then who's the idiot? Me or you? That's why it's like, I told somebody before, and it was funny because she said, don't threaten, that's a threat. She's like, are you threatening me? She thought it was a threat. I said something about, because she was doing dirt, and I knew it, but I was trying to let her slide. So I tried to, maneuver the situation twice. And eventually she flipped the script and changed the narrative. So I told her something simple. I said, what's going to happen to you is your love life will dwindle. Or whatever I said, it was basically saying on a spirit level that because of the simple fact, I told you, and it's funny, it's 12:12, and I'm 21 minutes in and 38 seconds talking on the new start of this. And it was 2 people watching, and I was at 31 frames per second. I told her, I said, you're gonna mess around and get your ass in trouble because you're dealing in a space where you can't come back from. And what do I mean by that? The people you dealing with, you don't even know. So therefore, you always gonna be in their grips. I mean, you're talking to me about me. And I ain't talking about me individually. So I said, okay. Only thing that's going to happen is I'm just going to be like, okay, I'm just going to sit back and watch. And step by step, day by day. And, I ain't gonna say usually. I always tell people in my class what's going down if it's impacting the class. But I usually tell them that, it's me. It's on me. And that's what I told them. The only issue is they don't agree. They strongly disagree. It's not on me. It's on you. What I mean by that? When I say it's on me, I'm saying that ultimately it's not something to worry about. Or not like that. I'm not sending them. I don't do covens. I don't do gang stalking. I don't do no type of group anything. So if the group is on your butt, that's because you messing with the group. Because you're literally stopping other people from learning. So who's gonna actually get to you? Me or them? Them. They paid for class, not me. You did too, right? So, yeah, they paid for class. Somebody said, you actually paid for class? You don't understand what class is, clearly, if you're asking that question. Unless you're actually in the class and then you're just confused. Because that's how we did. We did that for energy exchange because that was what we did. There was no, But that's the problem. And that's what I try to explain to people. Some people. Right? Until you understand value, and bliss, and transmuting the things that are not valuable and not blissful into moments of those things in that present mind state, for the most part, you can value yourself and others no matter what. But here's the key. If you don't learn that, you could literally have millions of dollars and not know how to value the millions of dollars. It's like not knowing your property value, not knowing your property value, but going to buy $1 million house in a dwindling market. Like most people don't know, the real estate market is literally right now. Unfortunately, it's on the brinks. Because here's the key. There's no what they call them, moratoriums. I think that's what they call them. There's no more of those, right? No unemployment, no stimulus checks. So basically, either you're gonna go along to get along, or you're gonna have to figure out a way to get along to go along. Because if you don't get this, let me not say that. If you don't get a from the 19 C's, right, then your ass can't go to work. In most places, you can't travel, you can't do certain things, and that's the whole point. Because they can control you then. If it changes your RNA, it can change you. That's why I'm like, And it's funny too. You don't know something very interesting? So when I had my little episode in jail, when I literally thought I caught COVID, and they took me, the dude, and it's funny, I know him from somewhere, and I just can't tell because we all have masks on at that time. So he says, are you vaccinated? I'm like, nah. I just said just like that, like no. He's like, do you plan on getting vaccinated? Nah, no, I'm just joking. I know you're not gonna get vaccinated. I'm like, how would you know that? How would you know that? And that's also when I realized, okay, this, you think it's a level playing field? It is freaking not. If you got some energy behind you, I see why Bobby said what he said, and I see why Yeshua said what he said. I see why there's a hatred for humans. Divine entities or the old souls hate humans, and I realize why. Because humans live in such of a low density that it literally can merge 3D, 4D, 5D, 8D, and all them others into one density just because you got to deal with these fools. And the reason I'm saying that is because of one thing. When this is how this worked. I'm in the holding house with 15 other people or more, right? 2 days in, and I'm feeling like I got COVID. So when they take me, they put me into the PC, or the solitary confinement joint, right next to the dispensary or to the nurse, right? Why it is getting everything checked. And so I go in, the nurse checks me out, and they put me back into this unit, into this cell. So I'm sitting in this cell for like 45 minutes, dying. Like, I'm talking about, I literally felt like I was dying. There was points where I was just like laying in, and I didn't bring my blanket like an idiot. So I'm sitting on the cold bench trying to do breath control to breathe. No BS. And I keep, every time an officer go by, I'm like, yo. So eventually I just got pissed. And one walks by and it's a black dude. And I'm like, yo, I'm fucking dying. And he looked, he's like, what's going on? So he opens the door. And I explain it, because everybody else, they was just like, well, we doing what we can. And I understand that, because that's what else can they do? They got so much things they got to do, and I'm just one person. And I might not even be on their list. That's why I say dharma versus karma. Dharma is when you're doing your damn job. You don't get karma. Karma is when you ain't doing your job. And it can work both ways. So a person can distract you. And they can get dharma because that's their job. That's literally their job. They don't matter outside of becoming somebody's distraction. And that's why they can get rewarded for it. Because if they literally had a job that was in a divine role that was something different, then it would work against them. You see, that's why I don't put curses on people. Like, I literally just let them curse themselves, and I just do whatever to make it right. So I don't have to deal with it. Because what if I'm wrong? Everybody keep calling me. 1 second. Sorry, guys. Just had to take a quick call. Old man T on the check-in. So, what was I gonna say? I forgot. Hold on. Give me a second while I fix something. All right. So, yeah, sometimes that these things are there for those reasons, you know. It's like you just got to understand energy and move from there. Feel your intuition and go, you know. But that's all dependent upon the person. You know, I'm just giving you a concept and a methodology and a practicality that ultimately and honestly doesn't work for me. Doesn't work. Might work for you. Because how can I say it? I've been too patient. And I've heard people say the same thing, like, oh, well, I've been patient with you. And I just be like, okay, for how long? I'm about equality. Well, not equality. How could I say this? Accountability through the opportunity of equality. So if you have the opportunity to know, then okay, cool. But here's the key on what I'm talking about. That don't mean that what I'm accountable for, what you're accountable for, is the same for everybody else. So that's why I told everybody. I mean, and clearly you guys in class, you guys get it. We'll do class later. But I told everybody. If I will, I don't know, sell baby to the pound just because I want to get a new place, and the place I get doesn't take dogs, right? Then what makes you think that you can trust me babysitting your dog? You know? You can't. I would give my own dog up to get into a new place in that opportunity. Not saying for real. I'm just saying this in this example. So how you gonna trust that? So teaming up with people that's teaming up to team up against me, and I don't have a team, literally means that you just setting your own self up for me to just let it happen. Because why? I don't know. You should know better, man. You know? Manolo. Like there's certain people you just don't get no no pass. I ain't gonna say no names, but I will say this much. The only one that's getting embarrassed is the one that's on video camera and being sexually exposed for everyone. That's you. Oh, you didn't know that? I heard your reputation got ruined by twerk it to you. But the dollar make it work. We out. At Capital Joseph was still alive. I'm like, wait a second. So I'm thinking maybe it was, I needed to refresh the page. I refreshed the page and I literally was on live still. I'm like, oh, whoa, hold on. So I'm like, how long was at Capital Joseph was still alive? I'm like, wait a second. I was literally probably like, I done. So I'm thinking maybe it was baby. Well, she didn't really walk. She only walked for a little bit and came back in. I refreshed the page and I literally was on live still. I'm like, oh, whoa, hold on. Stepped back in. Came in. Checked in. And then boom, there you are. I'm like, how long was at Capital Joseph was still alive? I'm like, wait a second. Literally probably like, so I'm thinking maybe it was baby, And this is what I mean by go along, get along. I refreshed the page and I literally was on live still. I'm like, oh, whoa, hold on. Stepped back in. Came in. Checked in. And then boom, there you go. I'm like, how long was... Okay. Never mind. I was going to say something for a second. I was going to be like, how the hell is my YouTube literally on YouTube Live and then hearing myself through my YouTube Live from the YouTube app? I thought they had another recording device. I'm like, ain't this a B? Like, I'm getting feedback. I'm just, my frustration from certain things come from the fact that either A, I defended people when I thought their life was in danger, or B, their life was in danger. And because of their ignorance, I couldn't save them. Well, I technically couldn't. I mean, it's not like I'm the savior, but you know what I mean. You gotta be one of the two. And if it's not, then you might want to wish it was. Debating if I should schedule class to make decisions. Decisions. Let me share this live with y'all in the class. And I'm just saying these things because I've watched one of my exes literally get lied to, and then either A, somebody had her phone, or B, she just lied to me in front of everybody to keep her what they say, save face. But I'm like, either you retarded or like you, because that doesn't make sense. I can't literally break up with you twice. Once was in front of somebody inadvertently. I can't do that twice. Right? And then you supposedly cut me off, but you were still calling me bae and all that other crap. In February and March. And the messages show that. That's why I said, when I say build off me, yep, that's probably why. Because she was pregnant, didn't think I knew. That's why I was like, you don't know you about to get in a world of trouble. Because you can't do what you did with who you did. Right? And I gave you the game, both y'all, right? And then call on the things that I showed you and think you're going to be successful. What? First of all, if I wasn't there, you would not have known these people or that person or anybody of that nature. So therefore, your entire, I guess, experience in that aspect is built off me. It's like if I was to go and move back. That's what Terry was telling me. He was like, if I was to go back and move back into where I stayed back in Michigan, 402
Okay.
West Graceland. Yes.
I put Drano down the sink. Don't use the sink in the bathroom.
Okay. If I was to go back to 402 West Graceland, it wouldn't matter who stayed there. Ultimately, unless Jean, and I think she passed away. I think Jean and her husband passed away. The only person that I know that can legally live there, not legally, but like, you know what I mean, lawfully live there. You can legally live there. Lawfully live there. Or Jean. Or her husband, what was this dude's name? Because they stayed there. Jean and her husband stayed in 402 and we stayed in 318. When 318 got asbestos, me, Kay, and Dad moved to 402. So ultimately, when it comes down to it, and I'm not saying that I can just go back and kick somebody out. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that ultimately, it can be 20 years from now. If I were to move back into that space, it would be like I never left. Because I was already there prior. You know, but at the end of the day, put more value. People put more value into the acquisitions than sustenance. What do I mean by that? We put more emphasis on the things we can get and acquire and receive more than the things you can keep. Like the last conversation I had with G Sizzle, that's what we're gonna call her, code word G Sizzle, or we could just call J-Cat. We're just gonna call it J-Cat. J-Cat, that's the new name. Which is funny because I opened up this book and I can even show you guys. I was showing y'all the book before my phone died. And in Liber, what's it? Liber Azarate I was reading? One of the books, they literally was like, I turned to a page and it said something about a gypsy. I was like, ha, gypsy cat energy. So, when it comes down to it, there's certain flows and energies that you just can't, you either can't resonate with it or you can't designate with it. Designate means to design a destination for said vibration. So it was like, so remember when I got that, I remember I told you guys, I think you guys remember it on IG Live, when I got that text message about a restraining order against me, but I didn't know who did it. That's the reason why when I called that day, there was no restraining order. Because on a vibratory level, certain people realize, okay, I need to step out this one. I need to sit this one out. And I think that's what happened. Because I specifically said that when I did my work. I said, whoever's making it up is going to get it. and if the person that's doing their job, just doing their job, is being manipulated, I'm going to so that if they continuously do it, then they're going to get that work. When I called that lady, she said, no, I don't see any records of you here. I don't know who that is. So I'm like, okay, let me give you the record number just to make sure, because I've been on hold for 20 minutes and 2 different phone calls, and you ain't about to have me out here with a dang on restraining order. Somebody put a restraining order against me, and I don't know who, and I might mess around, be in their presence, and go to jail. I said, nah, I'm going to give you this record number, lady. She looked it up and said, that's not in my system. And I said, okay. And it was right then and there. That's when I realized, aha. Because there's a system that's in place, but the people that in the system realize that there are people that they're the template which was the system was founded from. So like I was saying before my phone died earlier, when I was having my little episode, thinking I had caught the COVID, and I'm in my little PC cell, chaos in the check-in. They had me like remember I told you my boy Picho from Delano Street. He said, I'm 100% paisano. I'm from the gang in Delano. They call me Peach OG Peacho. I'm not PC. I felt like Peacho for a second. Like, y'all PCing me, man. I'm trying to get to the hospital. In there for 45 minutes or so. Okay? And it's crazy because it reminded me of when I got shot. And it almost was traumatizing. It almost was triggering. Because when I got shot by the police, I was out there for like almost 2 hours. Like at least an hour and a half. Which was most frustrating because I'm like, okay, everybody that has transportation that, you know, you would think would be there was less than 5 minutes away. Okay, no, I can't say that. Less than about 15 because with the backups, the traffic and all that, you'd have to find a place to park and all. But ultimately, if there was no traffic, 5 minutes away. It took me and Natalie, B&B, to where we were trying to get to the candle store. It took us 12 minutes or so. You know? To walk from where we were at to Airbnb. So that's why as much as I may be quote unquote the bad guy, explain to me why you needed a ride home. Right, sorry, not home, to the Airbnb. That makes no damn sense. We walked there, why can't your ass walk back? Clearly they wasn't letting you in the ambulance with me, even though you literally kept saying, that's my husband, that's my husband. Because that was the whole point. You didn't know you was being targeted. Or maybe you were helping them target me. I knew I was being targeted, so that's the whole key. It didn't matter to me. That's what I try to explain to people, especially in class. When you being targeted, the only thing you got to worry about is the people around you that may not know what the hell to do. That's who you got to worry about. You don't got to worry about nothing else. Because if you being targeted and you ain't doing nothing to be targeted but being you, then what could you do? I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna just stop. Being authentic here, or whatever. I don't know. You can't do nothing. It's like with Keku as much as it may get on anybody's nerves, I don't care. I literally don't care. And I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. If you want to be disrespectful toward it, you should kill yourself twice. Once for me and once for you. No, actually, don't even do it for me. Once for you and once for the people that might come after you. Save them the trauma and the drama. If you know time travel, go back in the past and go kill your mama. About it respectfully and honorably. I've been dealing with this for over 2 years, and they're all the time, and there's groups of people. So I don't want to hear your complaints about you hearing anything from me. Because if you can hear it, here's the problem. Who said you listening to me in my mind unless I know you? So you could be arguing with your damn self, thinking you talking to me. And then here I come. Oh, what's going on here? And then now I'm the bad guy because I'm trying to up here figure out, okay, so I have a group of people arguing, thinking they're talking to me or about me. I'm trying to figure this out so I can clarify, and then somehow I'm the bad guy. So that's why it's like, it's funny to me because it's like, you think you even understand life, and you can't even understand my life. You can't even understand the concept of what I'm talking about on a level of understanding where you could make a rational decision on what to do. You know what I'm saying? You can't even understand it in a rational manner. It's like being a gardener. It's like being a gardener and you go out and plant a tree, right? No, not a gardener. You helping the gardener. You're in the landscaping business and you're helping a gardener plant a tree, right? And you plant your tree and your tree grows and you're like, man, I'm happy for this tree. Look at this tree. I'm naming this tree, whatever. Boom, bam, bam. And then the gardener says, he looks at you and tripping out on how happy you are. He's like, oh, nice. He's like, oh, you're not happy for me? Yeah, I'm definitely happy for you. I'm more than happy for you. That's your only one? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like, oh, that's it? Just that? That's all you got? Oh, okay. And then the worst part is, once they say, yes, that's it, then you don't even want to tell them, oh, come to the back and look at the rest of the trees I grew. Because now it becomes a competition. And that's the problem. It was never a competition. You're in the landscaping business versus me being a gardener. What does that mean? You can be hired or fired because you're just part of the business. If I'm the gardener, I'm the foundation of where you work. Because where I can be hired or fired is the garden. I can be kicked out the garden, just like Adam and Eve. What does that mean? So, I'll give you a prime example. Look at the landscape where we stay at now. I don't know, I forget how long I've been here, but 7 or 8 years or so. No, not that long. 5 or 6 years or so. The entire environment is different. We're the only ones here. Everybody else is literally, aside from our next door neighbor here, and the ones in the very front up top, they're the only ones that's been. And I ain't seen Kevan, so who knows? Her car ain't even been moved, so she might be out of town or whatever. But we're the only ones that's actually been here. So that longevity itself is what makes me wonder about certain things. So like the apartment that's right across, the one bedroom, I'm like, if I wanted to rent that and the landlord or manager told me no, I could sue him. Because I'm like, under what reasoning? I've been staying here for so long that to say no is just just weird. But where I'm getting at with the garden and the landscape, the gardener, he gardens. That's what he does. So he has everything set up right? But here's the difference. It's not like before where it was natural. So if I literally, let's say I wanted to just go and plant a freaking, I don't know, a potato. I'm planting a potato tree. I know they grow underground, they're probably like Somebody's like, potatoes don't grow on trees. Like, they do. They just grow on the ground. They root themselves on the ground, and once you see the tree, that means the it's done. Trust me on this one. I had a garden when I was 6 years old in Michigan, so I know what I'm doing. I just taught somebody something probably. You're like, what? I didn't know that. So yeah, gingers, things that grow, like when you see it says a root, ginger root, potatoes, things like that, they grow on trees. It's just that they don't bud. They don't blossom. That's the difference. Apple trees and things of that nature blossom, which means they create a fruit from the tree itself. The others you have to dig underground for. That's the clip off. Message. So, why I'm saying it's not natural, because if I went to just go grow a potato tree, right? Guess what? There's no natural soil. It's all been not dug up, but there's certain sections where there is. So where the stones are, you would have to technically remove all the stones and bury it there. So it's just, this is the only reason I'm bringing this up is because in the long run, what does that actually do? I mean, think about it. I mean, I don't know, because I'm not, I don't own the building, right? And I don't have any investment in it at all. So ultimately, the aesthetics of it, I would never think to change. Even if I owned a building, I would never change the physical aesthetics of nature. That's a waste of money. Yes. Because the only money I'm saving is the fact that I ain't got to cut the grass. That's it. But here's the key. If the person who owns the landscaping stays here, then I wouldn't have to pay him anyway. I mean, I would, but he's paying me back. He has to pay rent. So why? So literally, there would be no beneficial factor to it whatsoever, besides either I'm OCD, and I prefer, fake grass to real grass, like the lady next door. That's why y'all always see me get mad when baby wants to pee in her grass, because I've had to take my knife, clean the net out of baby's toenails, because she could just be walking in the grass, and because this lady has fake ass grass, her toenails get caught. And that's what I mean by understanding how nature works. You go against nature, then okay, cool. Because you're going against something that you don't understand. And the reason I'm saying that is because some of us know how to make nature go against you. And the difference is, your ass can't prove it. I can. Because everything that these people think they proven, have you ever noticed it only happens to the person they proving it against? Versus if I go out and prove it, all y'all feel it? Step outside if you like, if you're in California. I will too. I don't need to. Hear the rain change? Remember when I did that meditation yesterday? And then all of a sudden, at the same time I started doing the meditation, there's a 3.9 earthquake. Turn on La Palma, the volcano. And this is the point of why I'm saying it. Because the only ones that's actually getting mad are the idiots. Like Chaos said. idiots make plans. Make the plans. Because if you don't understand that everything I always say is, may my works be the lesser, then if I'm telling you what I can do, what the hell am I telling you what you can? Are you stupid or not? So if I said and every time you say, dang, that's crazy, you can lift up a car, I say, yeah, it is crazy. Imagine what you can do. And that's my motto and my mind state. And then you come and talk crap. Oh, yeah, you think you cool because you can lift up a car. No, I don't. I think you're a loser because you're judging me now. And I just told you you can lift up 3 cars. And you up here worrying about me lifting 1. And that's why it all works against people like that. Because, and especially, I'll be honest with you, going against me is suicide. For one reason and one reason only. I will dedicate the time to F you up. I will find time. I will put stuff on the back burner. I canceled class yesterday just to make sure I was on the right path. I'm gonna do class today. That's why when I called and only Angelina answered, I hung up. I'm like, this conversation is pointless. Because why am I calling the group chat to talk to her when I could literally just call her directly and talk to her? The hell I need to talk to her in front of y'all for? And y'all just pop up when y'all decide, you know? There was no point. So I hung up and I'll talk to her by herself. I didn't keep the group chat going. I'm like, and that's the point. It's not a chat. It's a class. It's a conference. It's a scheduled call. And because I went to Carl's Jr. and I wanted to get chicken tenders, but they magically was out. I'm like, nigga, okay. Well, give me the chicken club. Well, honey bacon chicken club sandwich or whatever. You know? And then Terry wanted me to grab him a little hamburger, so I grabbed him one. And I came back. So that's the only reason I was, and y'all knew that, that's why I was late for class. And then once I realized I was late and I kept seeing everybody say, oh, I'm going to be a little late. I'm like, oh, well, I'll just start it later. I did. The only one that was there was Ange. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess you niggas is out bowling, so let me go ahead and hang this call up and just talk to her directly. Or at the celebration, the party, whatever the case is, wherever you at, okay, cool. I just keep emphasizing the same thing. My livelihood and my freedom and my sanity, my integrity, my creativity, my potentiality is literally being offered up on a damn plate. When y'all do these things, and guess who's the only one still doing what I'm doing? Me. That's why I'm like, so y'all expect me to budge or move or do things according to how you guys feel it. Whereas I could be doing stuff to watch over all our butts. You can be doing stuff to sacrifice me. And I'm still doing the same work to save your ass. Who you think is going to be punished? Me or you? You know what I'm saying? That's why I pay attention to small stuff. Because here's the thing. Yes. Certain things aren't what you think. So you can't use the white boy's information to try to get the one up on a person. So what do I mean by that? 19Cs, the 19Cs or COVID is a demon. It's literally an entity. It's not a virus. And it embeds itself in you and feeds off you for the rest of your life. You may not know. You may not have the same symptoms, but you will be changed. You will be a different person. Guaranteed. Look up people who have recovered from it and see if they act the same. Something's wrong with them. Reggie White, paralyzed. He had to learn how to walk. You see what I'm saying? So, I can't spend 3 days in jail and 2 nights and come home and you all right. That just don't make sense. When did you get here? Why aren't you masked? Because the key was you didn't go. And that's what we all was waiting on. And I'm not talking about people in class. I'm talking about if you want to say, I make the go along part and get along out. They know. Because they look at it like this. Hold on. Like, I'll give you a prime example. Y'all know how my connection with the store, all right? And let's just leave it at that. There's times when I ain't got nothing, and because they know that I'm the type of person where you can let me borrow. There's people that have paid me for herb packs that I know I owe herb pack to. There's people who paid me for tarot card readings that I hit up and tell them I'm still going to send it. I'm still going to do it. So if I go and get something from the store, I can go get some batteries. And it could take me a month to pay. And I can literally come in the store every damn day and not pay for the batteries. And he knows that in a month or whenever I do, I'm going to pay for the batteries. Like one time he told me, because of what happened with the situation with the phone. I don't know if I ever broke that down when I was watching over Terry's stuff when he went to handle some business. And I was literally sun gazing And this dude comes from the opposite side. Like, he walked right past me, and I know him. That's why I didn't think nothing. He stole Terry's phone. And I was pissed because I'm up here waiting and waiting and waiting. And so I'm like, all right, I'm about to go because I had to take baby out. So I go cover up Terry's stuff. And I look and I'm like, wait, his phone ain't there. And that's the whole point. He gave me the phone so I could charge it for him because he didn't have a charger. And it wasn't charging at my house. So let outside of the store. So when he charged it, it finally was charging. So I'm like, why would he put it on the charge and it finally gets charging? Because it had a shortage in it. Just to let it charge for like 7 minutes just to take it with him. Like, that don't make sense. I'm like, oh, whatever. Later on, he comes, I go to the store. He's like, yo, you got my phone? I'm like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, the phone. I'm like, bro, I thought you took your phone with you. He's like, nah. I'm like, okay. I think I know who got your phone. So I literally told him because what made me think it was the dude was once I got through sun gazing, I get up to go sit back. Because basically, the dude that runs the store, his wife's van was right in front of Terry's stuff. So in order for me to see the sun, I had to go on the opposite side of the van. So I could still see feet. So when I saw the feet over there and I didn't see the bike, that's what made me see the dude getting ready to take Terry's speakers. And I'm like, yo, what you doing, bro? He's like, I thought they was just sitting down. I'm like, no, that's my homeboy stuff. And he's like, okay. But it didn't click about the phone. So, because I know him, you know. So I talked to him for a second. He walks off. Actually, no. I gave him a whole bunch of weed, actually. I was kind of pissed because he ended up losing it. I'm like, nigga, I gave you an entire bag. Like, literally. and then, so here's the funny part. So this is what gave me the credibility. First of all, my integrity and my honesty, and then secondly, my due diligence and my determination. Because when Terry told me that he didn't take the phone, I was pissed. Because at this point, I'm like, well, the only person that could have took it would have been feet. But I didn't see him with a phone. So I'm like, okay, something ain't right? So this is what I did. So I go to Joel, and I say, Joel, run the cameras back. I'm going to tell you what time, because you got to think about it. I am up every day around 6 o'clock in the morning. Period. The sun. I said, go look at about 6:38 to 6:45. And that's when he saw me pull up and start talking to Terry. So I'm like, okay, now go look around 7:30 something or 7:40ish. He goes and looks, and he sees me literally walk looking for Terry. You can tell I'm looking for him just off my expressions I'm making. Because I'm like literally throwing my arms up like, where the hell is this guy Terry at? Right? So I walk down the block. You see the guy walk, and he literally walks up to Terry's spot, looks around, and takes the phone. And no BS. No BS. I kid you not. Like 3 minutes after that, you see me walk right back up, still looking for Terry. And you see me catch him on camera trying to take the speakers. So this is the funny part. He told Terry, or something like that, oh, I gave it back to the black guy. I gave the phone back to the black guy. Then why the hell would I stop you from stealing his speaker? Like, that's what I mean by some people just, they don't know what to do. Why would I stop you from stealing his speakers? Right? If you stole the phone, and I didn't, and I'm not on camera of you giving it to me, right? Why would I stop you on camera stealing his speakers? And here's the interesting part. Or the more interesting part. That next day, and this is before I had Joel look at the cameras. We were actually looking at the camera, and dude walked right by us. And I was like, that's him. This dude came and tried to steal Terry's bike while he was sleeping. So it's like, hold on. You're going to come steal a man's bike while he's sleeping. Right? And this is the interesting thing. One day I was walking through the laundromat, because the dude works at the laundromat. So sometimes he sleeps in his car. And he has a bike. His car don't run. And I'm up here walking by. I'm like, dang. Did somebody leave a bike? And I'm thinking like, nah, I don't know about that. That don't seem right. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm just walking, listening to my music. So I'll go to 7-Eleven, buy me a cookie or whatever, and I'm walking back. And the bike is still there. So I'm like, okay. Let me think about this. And as soon as I thought about it, I was like, oh, hold on. You know what? That's probably OG's bike. And then it clicked. I looked at it. I'm like, oh, it was his bike. So I'm like, dang. That dude was sleeping. And even if he wasn't sleeping, I'm not that type of person. So the energy would have came back to me. But I'm just saying, the fact that he could have been caught slipping and had his bike stole, but yet you'll go and try to steal somebody's bike. I don't understand those type of people. It's like, how you gonna be a hypocrite about yourself? It's like if I have my door closed, right? And I always have my door closed. And then somebody comes over that I might know or whatever, and I have my door closed, and they're like, oh, well, he had his door closed because he didn't want to talk to me. It's like, no, I just always have my door closed. It's just something I do. I'm sorry. I'm used to it. I apologize. Simple. The person complaining about the door being closed is the one who's the problem. Because if I'm doing it naturally and I don't even think about it, then why does it bother you? Especially if you're doing it too. You know? If your door closed, then okay. So that's why I'm like, okay, cool. Because the real key is this. Hold on. Sorry, I was just getting these little hairs from my nose. But my tap in is through innocence. Not like I'm innocent. I'm talking about the innocent people that don't deserve it. You know, you're not going to poison a dog. You're not going to harm a cat. You're not going to, I mean, I'm not saying you can't, it's not going to work. I'm just saying that, I'm not saying that you can't do the action. I'm just saying that I won't forget. So manipulating situations and narratives, whether it's through Nat or Ange, ain't going to help you. Especially when there's ex-girlfriends from years ago that literally was like, I don't know about this one. My ex-girlfriend Nicole, Coco, was like, this nigga is a creep. And I know that. But I understand, you know. I mean, I don't understand like that, but I can understand. I wasn't touched as a kid in that manner. So I guess, you know, and what else do you know? Somebody preys on you. You have a sexual predator touching your butt. I guess you'd be kind of weird too, right? I guess. I don't know. I'm just going on the statistics. Which makes sense because that's the only reason why someone would ever try to overcompensate in that manner, you know? That's where it comes from. If I can't fight, I'm just making this up. If I can't fight, right, then one or two things gonna happen. I'm either always gonna avoid fighting, or B, I'm always gonna be trying to fight. But the people I'm trying to fight or talk about fighting with are either people that can fight, that may teach me something, so I can take that get the W regardless. But if you can fight, you wouldn't even try fighting, because what's the point? Especially with what I've done martial arts since I was 5, Wing Chun. Self-discipline and not the fact that you don't fight is the important part. That's why I tell people I have an open line of communication. I don't care what it's about. I don't care who said what it was said, what was. If we can talk, that's way better. Because if we could have talked in the beginning, it probably wouldn't have been anything. You know, but certain people can't talk about certain things. So they hide it, they bury it. And then it becomes, you know, the result of people playing with your butt. That was kind of cold, but it's okay. Who cares? And that's why I can be the way I am, because the more I have to go on and engage, I get personal. And the only reason why is because nobody's personally dealing with me. When Keku Kinesis turned on, you know what everybody did? Try to make me crazy. Lo and behold, 2 years and counting. The only ones going crazy is the ones trying to make me feel crazy. To the point where even the neighbors are like, okay, this guy is actually not lying. Like, and this is what I mean by how I know what I'm saying is true as far as the neighbors tapped in. The newest guy that moved in, the newest people that moved in, dude named, I think his name starts with a V. I can't remember it, but when I see him, I'll literally know his name. Stays upstairs across, and then you have the other one in the front, Chris, and his girlfriend. When they moved, I was out, just burning some incense, but I had my statues out. And when I walked out, I just poured my libation. I just saw them, and I didn't even know they stayed here. So I just said hello and just kept going, like I do with everybody. Kept doing my thing. So like the day after or something, he sees me in doing my meditation or teaching class in the garage. And so he introduces himself and everything. You stayed here. I was like, yeah, I stayed right here. He's like, he said, that's crazy, because he's like, I thought you were doing something and I wanted to ask you. He said, but I didn't because my girlfriend was spooked out. I was like, oh, I feel it. Now think about what that statement is. And this isn't against them or judging them. I'm just saying, think about what I just said. This dude literally saw me outside with some incense and some statues, sitting down, meditating, and didn't want to ask because he didn't want to interrupt. But because it freaked his girlfriend out, it made him feel like almost not apprehensive, but uneasy when he did ask me the next day. You know what I'm saying? Because they fear it usually. So because his girl didn't know, and it's his girl, what is he supposed to do besides be like, hold on now, we good, baby, we good. I'm gonna take the clip out. And